All right, welcome to another episode of Riding and Wrenching with your host, Q the Magnificent. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about my Road Glide. I'm going to talk to you about some of the lighting upgrades that I've done to the front of my Road Glide. I have installed some Custom Dynamics lights to help me light up the road when I'm riding at night, because I do long distance riding and I want to be able to see. And my biggest concern was any objects that might be lying in the road, hopefully being able to see animals and other things before they run out in front of me, just basically just to try to be safer. And the other thing that you really want with lights is for cars to be able to see you, in particular cars that are coming your way. You know, if you have on opposing lanes of traffic and somebody's going to make a left turn in front of you, you want to make sure they can see everything that you're doing, see that you're coming, and know what your intentions are when you use your turn signals. Okay, so what I did, again, the first thing I did was I installed these Custom Dynamics TruBeam headlights. Now, as you can see, you know, there's about 5 lighting elements in each one of the headlights. There's 2 headlights on the Road Glide, and there's the ring around the outside of the headlight. That's a cosmetic light. It also lights up when you activate your turn signals. And then on the inside, you have 4 individual lighting elements, and they provide a wide angle beam, and it's about, I think, about 130 degrees or so. And that particular light helps to light up the side of the road and see, so that you can see what's off to your left or right. And then the other 2 lights, or the other 3 lights, are for either your high beam or low beam. Okay, so actually, before I turn the headlights on, I want to show you just a comparison between the stock Harley Daymaker headlights compared to the Custom Dynamics lights. And again, I think it's a cosmetic thing. It's a matter of which one you like best. From a look standpoint, I don't know. Obviously, there's a lot more going on with the Custom Dynamics lights. The Harley light's a lot simpler, but it is very effective. Harley did a good job with the Daymaker headlights. All right, we'll go ahead and turn the bike on so that you can see what these lights look like. Now, as you can see, they are very bright, and you can see all of the lighting elements. This is the low beam setting. So you have the ring around the outside. Actually, let me dim. I'm going to dim the light, dim the camera just a little bit, give you a better opportunity to see the individual lighting elements. So you can see the ring around the outside of each headlight, and 2 of the lighting elements are currently lit. Now, this light that's on the outside here, let me light this back up. This is a vent. This is a Custom Dynamics light as well. This is a separate product, and it provides this light that you see here, as well as the vent to keep bugs from shooting up into your face. So you can open the vent, still get air without having to worry about getting hit in the face with bugs. All right, so I'm going to now dim the lights back again, or dim the camera down like that, and we will activate the blinker. So here's the right blinker. So you can see the ring, it's flashing. You have the light flashing here with the vent light. You have your stock Harley turn signal, as well as the windshield trim lights as well. And obviously it does the same thing when you turn on the right turn signal and your emergency flashers. And also it has a little routine it does when you turn the lights off. Oh, well, it does a routine thing when you don't have the flashers still on. So let's turn the emergency flashers off. And then we'll turn the lights off. And of course, it's going to make me look silly. Oh, there it goes. All right, so there you have it. That's the Custom Dynamics lights that I've added to the front of the bike. In terms of performance, I think they perform well, but I still want more light in the front of the bike. I find that I still can't see as much detail in the road surface as I would like. I would also like to see out farther. So my intention is to add a couple more lights. I'm looking for a product now. I've seen some lights that can be attached to the crash bars. And what I'm looking for is one that provides like a spot beam shooting forward, because I want to see as far forward as possible. Once I find that product, I'm going to install it, and I'll add a video for that as well. My intention is to put those lights on a separate switch so that I can turn them off and on manually, so that when I do pack riding, I don't blind anybody that's riding in front of me. But as it stands right now, I'm pretty happy with the lighting upgrades that I did. I'm always going to look for more. Again, the key thing being is that when you get stuck riding at night, you need the road lit up like a Christmas tree. I mean, it needs to be very bright, well lit, so that you can see all of the details, because potholes and deer and objects in the road, they come up on you really fast in the dark. Okay, so that is all I have for the Custom Dynamics lighting upgrades. I know we're coming to the end, or a lot of you are coming to the end of riding season. Here in Memphis, I can ride all year round, but I am going to do some more upgrades to my bike and some additional maintenance videos over the coming months. I'm going to be replacing the fork oil on this bike, so stand by for a video on that. I will be adding or replacing the speakers and amplifiers on my bike, and the reason I'm doing that, I want better sound. But I was really encouraged when I saw Traveling Tall's video on the sound system on his bike, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. And because sometimes, like if you're riding with a full face helmet, I'd like to be able to crank the volume up a little bit more so that I can still hear it. Just riding at highway speeds, you know, the stock system could be better. We'll just leave it at that. So that's a video that that you can look for in the future, because I'm going to install mine myself. Okay. Some other upgrades I'm going to do to my bike. I'm going to get my Harley Hammock seat recovered. I've put about 50,000 miles on this seat, and it's developed a couple of tears here and here. Well, here's one that's developing, but this allows water in, and so sometimes the seat gets wet, like inside, and it stays wet for a while. I don't like that, so we're going to change that. Since I'm going to be recovering the seat, I'm going to get a little bit fancy with it. We're going to add some color in here, and I think I'm going to get, I don't know, probably idly stitched into it somewhere, maybe not, I'm not sure, but we're just going to make the seat look a lot nicer. Another upgrade that I'm going to do is change out my stock air cleaner. I want something that looks a little nicer. We're also going to put in a little oil catch can. There is a tube inside of the air cleaner that basically recirculates oil into the engine so it burns up and goes out of the pipes instead of dropping it all over the ground. The problem with it being designed that way is that it ruins your air cleaner or your air filter, and they get trashed a lot faster. So we're going to take care of that problem. Oh, my handlebars. These are 12-inch stock Harley handlebars. They've got the little meat hook. I like the design, but I think I want a 14-inch bar. So I will be putting out a video on installing 14-inch handlebars on this bike. I think I'm going to go with the Fat Bagger bars, because I installed a set of Fat Baggers on a Street Glide and they look fantastic. I really like them, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to install heated grips, and I'm going to change my mirrors. I'm going to change out my passenger and rider floorboards. I'm going to go with the big Kahuna collection. I like those. I got the big Kahuna grips. I like them, so I'm going to round it out by having the big Kahuna floorboards and passenger floorboards. And that's about it. So if any of that interests you, then make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep putting out content every week. At some point, I'm going to start doing some riding videos as well, and just talking about different things in riding. I'm going to do a riding tour of Memphis. I've got a lot of content coming out, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Keep coming back. Keep riding and racing.